From sleeping on a dance studio couch to amassing a fortune worth hundreds of millions of dollars, from being kicked out of her family home to becoming the first woman in history to simultaneously have a #1 album and movie, this is the extraordinary rise of Jennifer Lopez. Her real estate empire spans mansions in Bel Air, Miami, New York City, and the Hamptons. Her transportation? A multi-million-dollar Gulfstream 4 private jet and a fleet of luxury vehicles including a Rolls-Royce Ghost and custom Bentley Continental. Her business ventures have generated billions in revenue, with her fragrance line alone bringing in over $2 billion. But J.Lo's journey from the Bronx to billionaire status wasn't just paved with success. It was lined with controversy, rivalries, and public scrutiny that would have destroyed most careers. A bitter, decades-long feud with Mariah Carey that began with 3 infamous words, "I don't know her." Persistent allegations of ghost singers and lip-syncing that have followed her since her earliest hits, and a reputation for diva behavior so extreme that rumors claim her contracts forbid staff from making eye contact with her. Her romantic life is played out like a Hollywood drama. High-profile relationships with Sean Diddy Combs, Ben Affleck, Mark Anthony, and Alex Rodriguez capturing headlines and fueling speculation about her motives. Is she truly unlucky in love, or are these relationships calculated career moves designed to keep her in the spotlight? How did a young Latina with no industry connections transform herself into one of the most powerful women in entertainment? What's the truth behind her persona as a demanding perfectionist? And as she approaches her mid-50s in an industry obsessed with youth, can Jennifer Lopez maintain her reign as Hollywood's ultimate triple threat, or is her empire finally beginning to crack? Join us as we explore the ambition, controversy, and unstoppable drive behind Jennifer Lopez, the woman who refused to be just a dancer, just an actress, or just a singer, and instead became a global icon worth nearly $1 billion. Before Jennifer Lopez became a global icon, fashion mogul, and chart-topping artist, she was just a young girl growing up in the Bronx, dreaming of a bigger life. Unlike many of Hollywood's elite, she had no famous family name, no financial safety net, and no guaranteed path to success. All she had was raw talent, an unshakable work ethic, and the belief that she was destined for more. But J.Lo's rise to fame wasn't just about talent, it was about survival. She had to fight for every opportunity, pushing through rejection, financial struggles, and even family disapproval just to make it in the industry. So how did a young Latina from a working-class neighborhood go from backup dancer to international superstar? Her journey is one of risk-taking, resilience, and an unstoppable drive to break barriers. Jennifer Lynn Lopez was born on July 24, 1969 in Castle Hill, a neighborhood in the South Bronx, New York. The daughter of Puerto Rican parents Guadalupe Rodriguez and David Lopez, she grew up in a modest but disciplined household. Her father worked long hours as a computer technician, while her mother was a homemaker turned school employee who prioritized education and structure for her daughters. From an early age, Jennifer was full of energy. She loved to perform, whether it was singing, dancing, or even acting out scenes in front of her family. But while other kids dreamed of college and stable careers, Jennifer had one goal: to be a star. Despite her ambitions, her parents, especially her mother, wanted a different path for her. They pushed her toward a traditional education, believing that a career in entertainment wasn't a stable choice. But Jennifer had already fallen in love with dancing and knew it was what she was meant to do. At just 5 years old, she began taking dance lessons, training in ballet, jazz, and flamenco. It was clear that she had a natural gift, and by the time she was a teenager, she was already making waves in the New York dance scene. While Jennifer's parents expected her to follow a more conventional career path, she had different plans. After attending Preston High School, she briefly enrolled at Baruch College, but dropped out after just 1 semester. This decision caused major tension in her family. Her mother, convinced that Jennifer was making a mistake, kicked her out of the house. For the first time, Jennifer found herself on her own, with no safety net and no backup plan. But she wasn't afraid. She was determined. Jennifer slept on a couch at her dance studio, taking whatever gigs she could find to make ends meet. She auditioned relentlessly, landing small roles in music videos, backup dance performances, and stage productions. It wasn't glamorous, and it wasn't easy, but she never gave up. Her first major break came when she was cast as a backup dancer for New Kids on the Block in 1991, performing with them at the American Music Awards. That same year, she landed a spot as a fly girl dancer on the hit sketch comedy show In Living Color. At just 22 years old, she was dancing on national television, a huge leap from where she had started. But Jennifer wasn't content with just being a dancer. She wanted more. While In Living Color gave Jennifer a steady paycheck, it wasn't the final destination. It was just another stepping stone. She saw it as a platform to launch herself into acting, a field where Latina women were underrepresented. Determined to break through, she began auditioning for TV and film roles, facing the same challenges that countless women of color in Hollywood experienced. Many casting directors weren't willing to take a chance on a Puerto Rican woman from the Bronx, especially one who was known primarily for dancing. But Jennifer refused to be boxed in. Her persistence paid off when she landed small roles in television shows like South Central and Second Chances. These roles weren't glamorous, but they proved that Jennifer could act, setting the stage for bigger opportunities. Then, in 1995, she got the role that would change everything. Jennifer Lopez's career hit a turning point when she was cast as the legendary Tejano singer Selena Quintanilla in the 1997 biopic Selena. At the time, Lopez wasn't a household name, but the film's producers saw something in her. A spark, a presence, and an undeniable star quality. Taking on the role of Selena was a massive responsibility. The singer had been tragically murdered just 2 years prior, and her fans were deeply protective of her legacy. The pressure was intense, and Lopez knew that her performance had to be flawless. So she threw herself into the role. Jennifer trained in Selena's signature movements, learned how to replicate her stage presence, and fully immersed herself in the part. And when the film was finally released, it was clear that her hard work had paid off. Her performance was widely praised, earning her a Golden Globe nomination and proving that she was more than just a dancer. She was a serious actress. The success of Selena catapulted Jennifer Lopez into Hollywood's A-list, opening doors for bigger roles, major endorsements, and most importantly, her transition into music. She had officially arrived, but her journey was far from over. By the late 1990s, Jennifer Lopez had successfully broken into Hollywood, but while she had proven herself as an actress, she wasn't satisfied with just one lane. She had conquered the big screen, now she was ready to take over the music industry. Jennifer Lopez has spent decades proving that she's not just a celebrity, she's a brand, a business mogul, and one of the wealthiest women in entertainment. While some stars burn through their fortunes with reckless spending, J.Lo has built a financial empire worth hundreds of millions, investing in luxury real estate, high-end fashion, and multi-million-dollar business ventures. But make no mistake, J.Lo knows how to live lavishly. From private jets and custom designer wardrobes to sprawling mansions and high-profile investments, her lifestyle is as glamorous as her career. Unlike many A-listers, however, her wealth isn't just about spending, it's about building a legacy. So, how does Jennifer Lopez enjoy her fortune? And how has she used her business savvy to secure one of the most powerful personal brands in Hollywood? Jennifer Lopez's real estate portfolio isn't just impressive, it's elite. Over the years, she has carefully curated a collection of some of the most luxurious properties in the world, ensuring that no matter where she is, she's always surrounded by the finest amenities. Her most iconic property is her Bel Air mansion, a stunning 8-acre estate tucked away in one of Los Angeles' most exclusive neighborhoods. Purchased for nearly $30 million, this home is more than just a residence, it's a statement of wealth and power. Featuring a private lake, multiple guest houses, an infinity pool, and custom-designed interiors, it's a space built for both luxury and privacy. But Los Angeles isn't the only place she calls home. She owns a sprawling waterfront estate in Miami, a lavish penthouse in New York City, and a Hamptons mansion perfect for summer retreats. Each of her properties is carefully chosen, not just for comfort, but as an investment that continues to grow in value. Jennifer has mastered the art of buying and selling luxury real estate at the right time, ensuring that her fortune continues to expand. For her, real estate isn't just about lavish living, it's about smart financial moves that keep her wealth growing. Jennifer Lopez's lifestyle demands constant movement, and she never travels without first-class luxury. She owns a fleet of high-end vehicles, each one carefully selected to match her style and status. Among her collection are a Rolls-Royce Ghost, a Bentley Continental GTC, and a Cadillac Escalade, all customized to her exact specifications. Whether she's heading to a red carpet event or a private meeting, her vehicles ensure she arrives in ultimate comfort and style. But cars aren't her only form of elite transportation. Private jet travel has become a staple in her routine. allowing her to seamlessly move between cities for tours, film shoots, and business ventures. Instead of dealing with commercial flight schedules, J.Lo flies on her Gulfstream 4 jet, a multi-million-dollar aircraft equipped with luxury seating, a private bedroom, and on-demand service. Her global travel isn't just about convenience, it's about maintaining her status as an international icon who is always in control of her schedule. Few celebrities command attention in the fashion world quite like Jennifer Lopez. From her unforgettable green Versace dress at the Grammys to her countless red carpet appearances, she has built a reputation as a fashion icon who effortlessly blends elegance with boldness. Her wardrobe is a mix of custom designer pieces from brands like Versace, Valentino, and Dolce & Gabbana, each look curated to keep her at the forefront of style. But unlike most stars who simply wear luxury fashion, J.Lo has turned her influence into a billion-dollar business. Her J.Lo fashion brand, launched in the early 2000s, was one of the first celebrity-driven clothing lines to dominate mainstream retail. What started as a collection of affordable streetwear, perfumes, and accessories has grown into one of the most successful celebrity fashion empires ever. And while her brand appeals to everyday consumers, J.Lo's personal shopping habits remain at the highest level. She's known for wearing custom-made jewelry, limited edition handbags, and designer shoes worth thousands of dollars per pair. For Jennifer Lopez, fashion isn't just about personal style, it's about business, branding, and maintaining a legacy that extends beyond entertainment. Jennifer Lopez's jewelry collection is as extravagant as her lifestyle. From diamond-studded bracelets to multi-million-dollar engagement rings, she owns some of the most breathtaking pieces in Hollywood. One of her most famous pieces is the 16-karat emerald-cut diamond ring she received from Ben Affleck, one of the most expensive celebrity engagement rings ever. But beyond engagement rings, her collection includes custom diamond necklaces, sapphire-studded earrings, and vintage Cartier watches. Every public appearance is an opportunity to showcase her love for luxury, with each jewelry piece carefully chosen to complement her outfits. But beyond the price tags, these pieces symbolize her status, power, and influence in the entertainment world. Jennifer Lopez's fortune isn't just the result of music and film. It's built on strategic business moves. Her fragrance line alone has generated over $2 billion in revenue, making her one of the highest-earning celebrity fragrance moguls in history. With dozens of successful perfume launches, she has solidified her brand as one of the most profitable in the beauty industry. Beyond fragrances, she has launched multiple skincare and beauty lines, ensuring that her name is synonymous with luxury and self-care. Her investments in fitness, wellness, and even tech startups have positioned her as more than just an entertainer. She's a full-fledged entrepreneur. Unlike many celebrities who rely solely on endorsement deals, Jennifer Lopez owns stakes in her brands, making sure she benefits directly from their success. Her business approach is simple: build brands that last, not just products that fade with trends. Jennifer Lopez's life is the definition of luxury. Every aspect of her world, from real estate and travel to fashion and business, is carefully curated to maintain her status as one of the most powerful women in entertainment. But unlike many who lose themselves in wealth, J.Lo continues to hustle, ensuring that her empire keeps growing while staying true to the identity that made her famous. She has reached a level of wealth, influence, and power that few entertainers ever achieve. Jennifer Lopez didn't just break barriers, she shattered them. From humble beginnings as a dancer in New York to becoming one of the most influential women in entertainment, her career is a testament to hard work, reinvention, and an unrelenting drive for success. She has dominated music, film, and business, achieving milestones that few artists, especially Latina women, have ever reached. But beyond the glamour and success, her legacy is built on firsts, records, and achievements that have cemented her as an industry powerhouse. So how did J.Lo go from a backup dancer to a global superstar with billion-dollar brands, record-breaking albums, and historic achievements in film? This is the story of how Jennifer Lopez built an empire. In 1997, Jennifer Lopez became a household name when she starred in Selena, the critically acclaimed biopic about the late Tejano music legend Selena Quintanilla. At a time when Latina actresses were often relegated to supporting roles, J.Lo's performance was a game-changer. Not only did she receive a Golden Globe nomination, but she also made history as the first Latina actress to earn a $1 million paycheck for a film role. The success of Selena made Hollywood take notice. Studios that had previously overlooked Latina actresses now saw Lopez as a bankable leading lady. Over the next few years, she starred in box office hits like Out of Sight, alongside George Clooney, and The Wedding Planner with Matthew McConaughey. By the early 2000s, she was one of the highest-paid actresses in the industry, proving that Latina women could lead major Hollywood films. But Jennifer Lopez wasn't satisfied with just dominating film, she wanted to take over the music industry too. Many actors who attempt to transition into music struggle to be taken seriously, but Jennifer Lopez didn't just enter the music industry, she took it by storm. In 1999, she released her debut album, On the Six, which featured the smash hit If You Had My Love. The song debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making her one of the few artists to top the charts with their first ever single. Her ability to blend pop, R&B, and Latin influences set her apart from other female artists at the time. With hits like Waiting for Tonight and Let's Get Loud, she quickly established herself as a force in music. Then, in 2001, she made history. In the same week that her album J-Lo debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, her film The Wedding Planner also opened at #1 at the box office. She became the first woman in history to have a #1 album and a #1 movie in the same week. This achievement wasn't just a career milestone, it was a cultural shift. Jennifer Lopez had successfully bridged the worlds of music and film, proving that she could dominate both industries at the same time. While many pop stars focused solely on music, Jennifer Lopez saw the bigger picture. She wasn't just an artist, she was a brand. In 2002, she launched her first fragrance, Glow by J-Lo, which became an instant success. It not only broke sales records but also paved the way for celebrity fragrances to become a billion-dollar industry. Following the success of her perfume, she expanded into fashion, beauty, and fitness, launching a series of clothing lines, skincare products, and business ventures that further solidified her financial empire. Her biggest success? J-Lo Beauty. Launched in 2021, the skincare line was an instant hit, selling out within days, and proving that even after decades in the spotlight, Jennifer Lopez remained a powerhouse in the beauty industry. But she wasn't just building businesses, she was breaking records along the way. Jennifer Lopez is one of the most successful touring female artists of all time. Her 2012 Dance Again World Tour grossed over $80 million, making it one of the highest-grossing tours ever by a Latina artist. Her ability to sell out arenas worldwide, from Madison Square Garden to stadiums in South America, proved that her appeal wasn't just limited to Hollywood or the US, she was a global superstar. And then came her Super Bowl halftime show. In 2020, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira co-headlined Super Bowl 54. Delivering a performance that broke viewership records and became one of the most watched halftime shows of all time. Her set was a tribute to Latin culture, female empowerment, and decades of hits, further proving that J-Lo was still at the top of her game. Despite her commercial success, Jennifer Lopez spent much of her career overlooked by major award bodies. While she had been nominated for Golden Globes and Grammys, she hadn't yet received the critical recognition she truly deserved. That changed in 2019 with Hustlers. In the film, Jennifer Lopez played Ramona, a street-smart, calculating leader in a group of strippers who scam Wall Street executives. Her performance was widely praised, with critics calling it the best of her career. For the first time, J-Lo was considered a serious contender for an Academy Award. While she ultimately didn't win, she received a Golden Globe nomination, multiple Film Critic Awards, and widespread industry respect. Her performance in Hustlers proved that she wasn't just a performer. She was an actress capable of delivering award-worthy roles. Few artists in history have accomplished what Jennifer Lopez has. She has topped music charts, led box office hits, built a billion-dollar empire, and redefined what it means to be a Latina in Hollywood. Her influence extends beyond entertainment. She is a role model, a business mogul, and an icon of perseverance. Jennifer Lopez has built an empire on talent, business savvy, and an unstoppable work ethic, but not without controversy. While her career has been marked by record-breaking success, it has also been shadowed by industry feuds, diva rumors, and backlash from fans and fellow artists alike. From allegations of lip-syncing and ghost singers to her long-standing rivalry with Mariah Carey, J-Lo's name has been attached to some of the most talked-about scandals in entertainment. And while she has always maintained a polished public image, behind the scenes, accusations of difficult behavior and questionable business decisions have sparked ongoing debate. So what are the biggest controversies that have followed Jennifer Lopez throughout her career? and how has she managed to navigate the criticism, reinvent herself, and maintain her status as one of the most powerful women in entertainment? One of the most infamous rivalries in pop culture history is Mariah Carey's ongoing feud with Jennifer Lopez. The drama dates back to the early 2000s, and unlike many industry beefs, this one has never truly been resolved. It all started when Mariah Carey, at the height of her career, was asked in an interview about Jennifer Lopez. Instead of acknowledging her fellow artist, Mariah famously responded, "I don't know her." The seemingly simple statement became legendary, sparking endless speculation about what had caused the tension between the two. Insiders claim that the feud was fueled by behind-the-scenes industry politics. At the time, Mariah was signed to Sony Music, where her ex-husband, Tommy Mottola, was still a major figure. When Mariah left the label, Sony reportedly began pushing Jennifer Lopez as their new pop diva, using resources and connections that were previously focused on Mariah. The controversy deepened when Mariah was working on a track for her album, only to find that a sample she planned to use, Yellow Magic Orchestra's Firecracker, was suddenly licensed to Jennifer Lopez's song, I'm Real. Many believe this was orchestrated by Mottola as a calculated move to sabotage Mariah's project. While Jennifer Lopez has never directly addressed the feud, Mariah has continued to make subtle jabs over the years, keeping the rivalry alive in the eyes of fans. Jennifer Lopez is known for her electrifying stage presence, signature dance moves, and infectious hits, but over the years questions have surfaced about how much of her singing is actually her own. While J.Lo has undeniably delivered chart-topping tracks, several industry insiders have claimed that she has relied on ghost singers to enhance or even fully perform certain vocals. One of the biggest controversies surrounded her hit song Play, released in 2001. The track features background vocals by Christina Milian, but fans quickly noticed that Milian's voice was heavily present throughout the song, almost indistinguishable from J.Lo. A similar situation occurred with I'm Real and the Ain't It Funny Murder remix featuring Ashanti. While Jennifer was the credited singer, Ashanti later revealed that her reference vocals were left nearly intact on the final versions. While many artists use background vocalists, J.Lo's case sparked backlash because some critics felt she was taking credit for work that wasn't entirely hers. On top of this, she has faced lip-syncing accusations, particularly during high-profile performances. Some of her biggest televised moments, including her 2020 Super Bowl halftime show with Shakira, led to speculation that pre-recorded vocals were used. Despite the criticism, J.Lo has always defended her performance abilities, stating that her shows require a balance of live singing and high-energy choreography. Jennifer Lopez has cultivated an image of a fierce, hard-working, and confident woman, but along the way she has also gained a reputation for being a difficult and demanding celebrity behind the scenes. Over the years, numerous reports have surfaced about J.Lo's allegedly high-maintenance requests. Stories of outrageous dressing room demands, strict rules for staff, and cold interactions with fellow artists have fueled speculation about her behind-the-scenes personality. One of the most infamous rumors involved an alleged clause in her contracts that prevented staff members from making eye contact with her. While this has never been confirmed, similar stories of extreme tour rider demands and abrupt firings of personal assistants have only added to her diva label. Additionally, some of her former colleagues and co-stars have hinted at behind-the-scenes tension. Actress Rosie Perez, who worked with J.Lo on In Living Color, once described her as ambitious to a fault, implying that Jennifer was willing to step over others to get ahead. Despite these allegations, Lopez has rarely addressed the diva rumors directly. Instead, she is focused on reinforcing her work ethic, ambition, and professionalism, reminding critics that being a woman in power often comes with unfair scrutiny. Jennifer Lopez's personal life has often been just as headline-worthy as her career. With a dating history that includes Ben Affleck, Alex Rodriguez, Diddy, and Mark Anthony, J.Lo's relationships have played out in the public eye like a real-life Hollywood drama. Her engagement to Ben Affleck in the early 2000s was one of the most talked-about celebrity romances of the decade. Dubbed Benifer, the couple became the definition of Hollywood royalty, but their relationship eventually collapsed under the weight of media scrutiny. Years later, Jennifer's engagement to Alex Rodriguez seemed like the ultimate power couple pairing until it ended suddenly amid cheating rumors and allegations that A-Rod had been unfaithful. While J.Lo has never been one to shy away from love, some critics have accused her of using high-profile relationships to maintain her relevance. However, she has always maintained that her personal life is her own, regardless of public perception. While Jennifer Lopez has been praised for representing Latina excellence on a global scale, she has also faced backlash for alleged cultural appropriation in her music and performances. Some critics have pointed to her use of black culture and hip-hop aesthetics without fully acknowledging the contributions of black artists. From her early collaborations with Ja Rule and Fat Joe to her use of Afro-Caribbean influences in her music, there have been ongoing debates about whether J.Lo has properly credited the culture she borrows from. Additionally, her Super Bowl halftime show with Shakira in 2020 received mixed reactions. While many celebrated the performance as a tribute to Latin music and culture, others felt that J.Lo took the spotlight away from Afro-Latin artists who have been historically underrepresented in the industry. Despite the criticism, Jennifer Lopez has continued to embrace diverse influences in her work, often highlighting her pride in her Puerto Rican heritage. Jennifer Lopez has spent decades thriving in an industry that often works against women, especially women of color. While controversies have followed her throughout her career, she has never let the backlash define her. Whether it's industry feuds, accusations of diva behavior, or criticism over her music, J.Lo has consistently pushed forward, reinventing herself and proving that she is more than just the scandals attached to her name. At an age when many entertainers begin stepping back, Jennifer Lopez continues to expand her empire. With new projects in the works including more films, an upcoming album, and her ever-growing beauty brand, she shows no signs of slowing down. Her recent venture into streaming content and digital business models suggests that she's adapting to the modern entertainment landscape, ensuring that her influence remains strong for years to come. Did you know that while Jennifer Lopez built her brand on glamour and publicity, there's an A-list actor who secretly gave away millions from his biggest franchise to the film crew? Well, that's Keanu Reeves, who rides the subway despite his fortune and maintains a mysterious private life that Hollywood insiders call impossible in modern celebrity. And you can discover his extraordinary hidden story by clicking on your screen now.